Hi, my name is McKinley Whitty, and I went to the November Lakewood City Council meeting for my community observation. First of all, the values that I found most effective for the Lakewood City Council meeting and the experience of being able to observe one of these community meetings, the biggest thing I think was just to connect to my community. I'd never been to a city council meeting before, and I didn't really know what to expect. So I thought it was really interesting to just be able to find out what's going on in my community, see the current events that are unfolding, and kind of what's coming up in Lakewood and how our officials are handling these issues. I also found it really interesting to see the macro practice in action. I do a lot of micro work within my internship, and to be able to really sit and just be a fly on the wall for a meeting, experiencing how these officials are putting policies into place and things that will affect me in my personal life as well as in my professional life. So getting able to see all of that was really interesting as well. I also didn't know who any of the elected officials were. I just changed my voter registration to Lakewood. So it was cool to get to know who those officials were, who are making these decisions, and what decisions that they are making. So next, the things that I learned from going to this meeting, I really found interesting was the mayor, Adam Paul. He is the speaker. His balance between the relationship building of the community and having that a relaxed atmosphere that makes people feel comfortable being able to come up and talk about issues in the community, and that balance between that and authority, and not just an authority of in a bad way, but the authority of being able to control the room and make sure that the agenda is being followed, and to be able to see how people respect him was really interesting. He did a great job of using some of those micro level skills and meso level skills, such as his listening and his body language, making sure the other members of the council, as well as a community speaker, felt comfortable when they were speaking, and then sticking to parliamentary procedure and creating an environment where things do get done and where it is a productive atmosphere. So I found that balance really cool, and I thought he handled himself really well within the meeting. The next thing that I learned and observed was the person and environment on a macro level. And I found this super important in a city council meeting because these members are actually talking about people's day-to-day lives and the community and environment that they're living in, and how we as a community and these officials can create a better atmosphere and day-to-day life for the members living in the community. So seeing them take these big ideas from even the budget for 2019 or for 2020 and seeing how that will relate to someone on a micro level was really cool. They not only worked on these big issues, but then related them to a smaller issue. I also learned some things that were going on in Lakewood, which I thought was cool. There were some RTD issues that they were talking about, and how RTD does not have enough employees, and how they're going to make these bus routes work, which I didn't know was happening. So that was really cool as well. So finally, what I would do differently. I think it's hard to kind of change the flow of a city council meeting, and I think they did a really good job of making it an open place for people. So I think there are longstanding rules and norms about the city council meetings and how they're run. So there's not much I would change around that. I think that that's pretty strict in itself anyways. What I would do, though, is get more notice out to the public. I probably never would have attended a city meeting or a city council meeting without this assignment. So I thought it was pretty cool. And I would definitely try and get the word out more and try to get more people involved, because there really weren't many people at the meeting. The other thing I noticed was it was a lot of white men that were on the council. There were quite a few women as well, but there were not very many people of color. And living in Lakewood, I know that we have a wide variety of different people. So I think encouraging other people from different cultural backgrounds and from different walks of life just to get involved in our community and have a voice at the city council meetings would be a big priority of mine as well, of something I would do differently. All right, thank you.